You're listening to Carl's Corner, live from the countrychef.com studios. Look them up all the time online, countrychef.com. There's nobody there. Oh, no, I'm sure the guest wants it.
Hello?
Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi. Hello, this is Jesse LeBeau calling.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Yes, my name is Carl Franklin. You're calling the Carl's Corner podcast. And, well, what we'd like to do on the show is talk about information conversation. And what I like about it is that people get to tell me all about them. So what I want to do is introduce Jesse LeBeau to the group. And you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Will do. Sounds great.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, that's your cue. You can talk now. You tell us
Perfect.
Tell us who you are and what you're talking about, and I'll come back with a few questions.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here on Carl's Corner. My name is Jesse LeBeau, and I'm an actor, an author, and a motivational speaker for youth. And I live out in sunny Los Angeles, and that's a little bit about me to start us off.
Well, that's wonderful. It's I love what you did, LeBeau, and Hogan's Heroes.
Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, je te plumerai la tête, je te plumerai la tête, je te plumerai les yeux, je te plumerai les yeux.
And you're going to talk more about a book that you wrote and all about basketball, because after all, it's March Madness, and we need to talk about this stuff, don't we?
We got to do it. It's the March Madness now, so it's a good time.
Yeah. Did you read today that they said about 90% of the brackets are gone because somebody beat somebody and upset the whole brackets, and people are now out of the big money, and Warren Buffett's not paying that $1 billion, he said. But we didn't talk to you about that. You talked about your book. Tell me about it.
Bouillabaisse à la Marseillaise.
Well, first, I'd like to say I was pretty bummed that I lost $1 billion. I thought I had a good shot at it, but, it didn't take long for that to fall through for me. But, yeah, I'm very excited. My book is coming out here, Among the Giants, How One Underdog Pursued His Dreams, and You Can Too. And I basically just share my story growing up as an undersized kid in Alaska, living on a tiny island with no roads or stores. And growing up, all I wanted to do was play sports, and particularly basketball. And that was because it was so cold outside that playing baseball and soccer were not always the best option when there was snow on the field. So I went on to follow my dream, even though I was always the smallest kid growing up, and everybody told me that I could never be a basketball player. I just wasn't big enough or strong enough or fast enough. I've gone on to go play in college in San Diego and have my education paid for. And after that, I went on to start starring in commercials and movies, doing tricks with the basketball and traveling all over the world, doing street ball professionally, playing with guys like Allen Iverson, the top NBA athlete all over the world. It's been so exciting being able to chase my dream and do what I love to do every day, and kind of exciting to do it when people told me I couldn't do it as well. So the book kind of shares my story in more detail, and then I break down life lessons that I've learned along the way that I've seen have made all the difference, good and bad, when I've made the good choices and also when I've made the wrong choices, and I've learned to forgive people and things like that. I'm very excited about it, and I really hope that it can encourage and inspire lots of other people to follow what it is they want to do and what they're passionate about.
We're talking with LeBeau, and he's from Alaska. Now, how did your family arrive in Alaska? We've been there, a long tradition.
Well, my mother grew up in Alaska, and my father actually grew up in California, and he went up there one summer and was doing some work and met her in the restaurant. She was his waitress, and he fell in love with her, and they ended up getting married, and they were heading down to California, taking the ferry system down. The very last stop in Alaska, the most southern city, is Ketchikan, and they ran out of money there. So they stayed there, and they were living in a panel truck, and they ended up being there. They're still there. It's been, I think, 35 years now. They're still in Ketchikan, and my dad became a logger. He got in the logging industry and worked his way up to be on the other side, putting the logs on the ships, and my mother was a school teacher up there. They were trying to make it down to California, but didn't quite make it.
Well, they sent you on your way after you learned a lot about playing basketball and loving that sport. You know, I've always learned that basketball players either have it and they love it forever, or basketball players love to watch, eat, breathe basketball. Is that true? Yes or no?
It's true. It's true. If you're into it, you can borderline on the March Madness and being a little bit fanatical. So I definitely pretty into it. Like you said, waking up, eat, breathe, and sleep basketball every day.
Yeah, now, so you got brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have an older brother. He's a pilot for Southwest Airlines, and he's actually a big part of the reason why I got into basketball. He was 9 years older than me, so when I was little, he was, the star on the high school team, and high school basketball was a pretty big deal because there wasn't a lot of other things to do in Alaska, so the whole community would come out and go to the games. So from an early age, seeing him out there in the crowd, yelling every time he'd hit a three-pointer just kind of inspired me and was a big part of the reason why I chose to go into basketball. I wanted to be like my older brother, and he was the type of guy who didn't take it easy on me. He would beat me mercilessly in everything, and I'm glad he did because it made me a lot tougher and made me who I am today. So that's my brother, and then I have an older sister as well, and she is the artsy one of the family. She is a amazing singer, traveled all over the United States on a singing scholarship in college, and now she is also a school teacher. She teaches second grade up in Ketchikan, Alaska.
Well,
so I'm the baby.
You're the baby. That's wonderful. We're talking to Jesse LeBeau about life in general. So are you gay? Are you married? What's the deal?
I am not gay. I am a single, heterosexual male. I don't know. I'm so busy kind of with the book stuff and the speaking and all those things. I go on a date here and there, but I feel like it would be unfair to pursue a relationship for the other person right now because I just wouldn't be able to put everything into it because I'm very focused on career right now.
Yeah.
That's my story. What about you?
I think it'd be very unfair to do that to somebody because you're a basketball fan, but that's just me. Well, Jesse, now how old are you?
I am 27 years old.
That's wonderful. 27 years old, out on his doing what he loves the best is basketball and writing and completing a book. You've accomplished so many things at such a young age. I give you a lot of credit for that. And it's nice to see that people like yourselves are assertive and aggressive and showing other people beautiful things in all your journey so that they might learn something quicker on their journey. And boy, by maybe 19, someone else could be at or above the level that you're at, and I think that's admirable. Tell me now about how you got into acting, and if we've seen you on any other shows or commercials or in a J.C. Penney magazine.
I haven't done any J.C. Penney magazines yet, unfortunately, but that's something I can work on. After college, I went home to Alaska and did commercial fishing, kind of like the show The Deadliest Catch, except for salmon. And I was out on the boat for working 14, 16-hour days, and I had a lot of time to think, and I realized this is probably not what I want to do long term. I just got my degree. I want to try to do something else. And I had a teammate who jumps 50 inches. He jumps over 3 people and dunks the basketball, and he was doing all these cool commercials, and he was just having a blast and telling me these amazing stories. And I was like, that sounds fun. Like, I want to try it. So I just kind of went for it, and I moved to Hollywood, and I had no idea what I was doing. I decided I was going to be in basketball commercials, and I took action. I got down here. I learned quick. I needed to do something that would make me stand out, and for me, that was learning how to do tricks with the basketball. So I just literally practiced day after day after day, and I wasn't good at it at all. It was pretty frustrating in the beginning. Slowly but surely, I got better, and then I could start to do these tricks. And I go to an audition, and people would kind of pay more attention, and I got some callbacks. I got to do an awesome commercial, my very first one for Kobe Bryant for his new shoe, the Kobe 6s. It was a dream commercial, and it opened up a lot of doors for me to join the Screen Actors Guild. And not long after that, I started to do more commercials and got to do a movie called Thunderstruck with Kevin Durant, which was a lot of fun. My most recent commercial was for Carl's Jr. It was me and Heidi Klum, and Heidi Klum was feeding me a cheeseburger, so it wasn't a bad day to have it work. So I've been able to do a lot of commercials, have some movie experiences, lots of big athletes from the NBA, and then also rappers, big celebrities as well. It's been a lot of fun, and coming up, my next big project is going to be on Fox on a show called Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World, and I put together a celebrity youth program where we take some celebrities on kids shows on Nickelodeon, Disney, and we go into school, and I bring some of the top basketball dunkers in the world in, and we do this show where we engage the kids and get them playing basketball, and then we speak to them. So it's all going to be featured on this show on Fox coming up here in the next month or so. I'm heading out to Utah and Bahamas the next couple weeks, and we're shooting 2 more episodes for that. That's what I'm really excited about, is in alignment with the book of sharing my story and my message and encouraging other people to chase their dreams.
We're talking to Jesse LeBeau on Carl's Corner live from the Country Chevrolet, CountryChev.com studios. It's wonderful to talk to Mr. LeBeau. Before we get into anything else, tell people where they can find you, because you've talked a lot about things. Maybe they can see your videos and learn about your book and see you. Tell them where we can get you, and then we'll continue to talk.
Definitely. You can check me out online at JesseLeBeau.com, JESSE LeBeau, LEBEAU.com. And you can download my ebook for free on there. And I also have a giveaway that I'm doing. Came out with a basketball dribbling DVD, and I got Allen Iverson to endorse it, which was very cool. I'm very excited. He didn't have to do that. It was very nice of him. And if you text the word DVD to the number 58885, DVD to 58885, I'll send you guys a free download from the DVD, and I'll also send you the free ebook along with some other free stuff that I've put together that I'm excited about. That's how you can get in touch with me.
It's Jesse LeBeau. He's originally from Alaska, and now he's living out a good life there in Hollywood, California. And tell me what the chick scene's like out there. Is it pretty superficial, or?
I want you to get back here as fast as you can. No bars, no cafes, and no girls.
Do you mind if I smile at people?
It's interesting. It's definitely different in LA in the relationship dating scene. It's a lot of females are in entertainment or want to be in entertainment. They're looking for people that can help propel their career. So if they think that you can help them out and you got a good Twitter, Instagram following, or some people know you, they'll want to hang out with you. But then if they meet Pauly Shore, they're going to leave you real quick and go to the next big thing.
Link and I are cruising the mountain, bro, and we figure we's a little juice.
So I've definitely seen and experienced some of that since I've been in LA, but I've also just been blown away to meet some really nice people, not just relationships, but just good people, guys and gals, that I didn't expect to find. I was warned by a lot of people, when you go to LA, be careful, dog eat dog kind of world. You know, I like to think that you attract the type of people you want to be around, and I've made some great friends and really strong relationships. So, but yeah, definitely interesting in the dating relationship category. It's been a trip.
Yeah, that's true. Now, you got a Twitter handle? What's your Twitter?
Yeah, all my social media is all the same. It's just my name. It's at Jesse LeBeau, JESSELEBEAU. And
okay, well, I'll look you up. You'll like my podcast, as I love to connect with the people I interview with. I think it's wonderful. If I ever get out there, I'll look you up, of course, and try to promote you as much as I can, because I love people like yourself that go out there and try to show others how they can learn a little bit from each thing and give it back. You got a great attitude, it sounds like, Jesse, and like I said, I loved you in Hogan's Hero, and I'd love to see more about you.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you come to LA, you definitely need to give me a shout. We got to go out.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for being on Carl's Corner, and we'll talk another time. Toodaloo.
Sounds good. Thanks, Carl. Take care. Bye-bye.